Alrighty guys, as Deke here, bringing you guys another Dragon Ball Legends video. So this one's actually going to go ahead and be bringing the PvE content. I haven't done PvE content in a little bit, so I thought, what better time than to do it now? And obviously, if you look at the top left corner of the screen, it's probably not the best time, right? There's only one day left on this event, but I'm going to go ahead and put this video out there anyways. This is going to be kind of a short video, right? Just cut and dry, just straight to the chase. That way to just help you guys out as quick as I can, right? So like I said, there's only one day left on this event. So after watching this, if you guys haven't done this event yet, haven't done the challenges for this event yet, go ahead and do them now. So I'm going to go ahead and before we hop right into the event, I'm only going to be covering battles 50 and 51. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and go over my strat. Kind of like the general strategy that I like to use for the AI, right? For the all PvE related content. So we're going to go ahead and make a cut right here, and we'll be right back into Rush 5 battle number 1. Alright guys, so we're back. The main boss is going to be this Janemba. I brought all yellow so he just doesn't die easily. So what I like to do is I kind of just like to wait, get the vanish out, right? My own vanish, right? And then look at it. So what you have to do is that when you're facing off against the AI, you don't have to worry about dropping combo. Like if you see what I'm doing here, I'm pressing onto a card, and then I'm charging on my key, and then I'm doing another card. And if you could see that right there, while I'm doing that, I'm getting more cards as I'm going. So it's almost like I have him frame trapped into like an infinite combo, right? See, look at that. And then honestly on the inverse side, so we'll go ahead and do that with this guy. So we'll try to anyways. You guys all have pretty bad carry cover, right? You can do it inversely where you just move up instead of doing that, and so you can get your gauge back a little bit too, right? So it's pretty good like all around. And then it's like really easy to stall out time. It's really easy so to just make sure you maintain that priority, right? And then you kind of just end up picking up the habits that the AI does too eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. They like to tap a punch if you go too close, so you have to be careful when you're moving up and trying to get your vanish back, right? Alright, but we can go ahead and... Okay. This is not exactly going as planned, but you guys get the gist of it, right? You're able to... Like I said, the main thing is that you kind of just have to learn that when you're going against these guys, like it's okay to drop combo. Like right there, it just drop comboed. You're charged up some key, drop combo again, go in for another card, got another card right there. So I'm able to just kind of just repeatedly do that over and over. And then obviously this isn't like the best team to bring against this little boss right here, this mini boss, right? So it's like, but he's not really doing too much to me, right? So it's very easy this way. It makes everything like go very, very smooth. If you have any more questions like regarding this strategy, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to like explain it further. Or I might even make a separate video. Like I do this for every PvE content video. So if you want to go and look at other ones to see if I explain it better, feel free to do that as well. But like I said, the gist of it is the very like basics of it is it's okay to drop combo against the AI because they're not going to be able to react to it. Right, so you can, like I said, you can just keep dropping your combo, you know, doing other stuff and kind of just frame trapping him in a sense. Like it almost feels like you infinitely have him in a combo. So that's kind of just how that works. So let's go ahead and cut right here and go back to the event. Alrighty, so now that the strategy for countering the AI, or basically abusing the AI, is over, we're gonna go ahead and be talking about like team building in terms of, this is battle 50, so this is really not the one that you have to worry about, but it can be a little bit annoying. It really depends on your units because this does have battle bonus characters, right? This does have units that are going to do more damage depending on if you have them or not. So we're going to go ahead and go over these. I usually don't like to use the top 3 because for the most part, when they release these, the top 3 is always the newest brand new units, right? And a lot of times you guys aren't going to have the brand new units. A lot of times, you know, especially being a free-to-play player myself, when this event first came out, I didn't have any of these guys. I didn't have the Piccolo, I don't have the Goku, I didn't have the Raditz. Currently, I do have the Goku and I do have the Raditz. I still don't have the Piccolo yet, but that's besides the point because we are going to go ahead and that way it doesn't look like I'm just giving you guys the most easiest way, because you guys know that bringing these guys is going to help out a lot, right? So we're going to go ahead and keep scrolling down. We're going to go ahead and he is purple typing, so you want to make sure you're bringing in a kind of like a yellow team. So I kind of like to go down here and see which character has yellow typing. And don't get me wrong, you guys can definitely use some of these other units right here. The only unit that I wouldn't suggest using is Raditz and Piccolo because like I said, he is element purple, and purple is strong against green. So he's still gonna do a lot of damage to your green units no matter what. So for this video, we're gonna go ahead and use this Bardock right here, this yellow Bardock, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie Bardock, right? So, and basically the team that I have built right here is just all built around him. So I have just an all yellow team because it's only against one person. There's no other colors involved, it's just purple. So you can only just bring yellows if you want. I also did go ahead and I was debating using this blue Bardock, and it's definitely possible. Definitely. It was a little bit harder, but what I did was I kind of just brought like a yellow, blue setup. And then my 2 yellows were Super Saiyans, but one of them was a Rage Trunks. And again, some of you guys might not have that Rage Trunks, so I opted into not using him. So, but for this one, the main lineup, the main rotation is going to be this Kid Goku, his event is currently on. So you guys can go ahead and do that. Make sure you guys farm him up. I might make a video on him, maybe, because the Trunks one that I did a while back did really well as well. So he's free. Like, completely free, so everyone should have him. Everyone should be grinding towards getting him, at least. We're going to go ahead and be using this Goku right here. He is the death buff unit, so he's going to be very helpful in this. You're going to see that in a minute here. And then, obviously, the Bardock himself, he's going to be one of our damage dealers. So the Goku and the Bardock are going to be our damage dealers. So we've got the father-son duo right there, and then this Goku, the Super Saiyan Goku, is just there to die. These guys are buffing the damage of the yellow units, right? And all together, so decent. It's pretty decent. You're gonna get through this. So the challenge, so what we also want to do, we don't want to just beat this event or this stage. We want to go ahead and beat this stage while completing all of the challenges. So the challenge, basically, your goal for this is to clear it within 100 timer counts. So you start off with 180 timer counts. You want to clear it within 100. So what that means is that you want to clear it before your timer counts reaches under 80 counts. Right, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can do that with this team right here. Alright, so like I said, we're going to go ahead and start off with this Goku right here. So you can see that Raditz does pretty good damage. This guy is fully soul boosted, but look at the damage that he's taking. And you guys might think, like, why am I just letting him? Because he gives death buffs. If you guys don't have this guy to give death buffs, future Gohan might be also someone that you want to consider. Right? So I'm going to kind of just let this guy die. Because it's so easy for him to die too, right? There we go, so he's dead. And then now, we can go ahead and just start doing all of our damage, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do what I do best, right? Abusing the AI right here. So I'm dropping my combo, getting some more cards. This Goku also has card draw speed, so it's really good. And then look at him alone, he's more than able to just handle it. More than enough, right? But if you start running low on ki, because he gives ki on switch out, you can go ahead and do that too. Because now my ki gets restored, and I have a vanish, and I can just continue. And look at the damage that he's doing, this Bardock right here. I don't even need to use my rush yet. That's how much damage that this guy's doing. And then I can just go ahead and do this. Like I said, I am not worried about dropping combo at all. Alright, but now I'm running out of the ki here, so I have to kind of just wait a little bit. Okay. There we go, and then so I don't have advantage, so I'm going to go ahead and just swap out here. Okay, so he actually catches me right there, but that's more than fine. I don't care. This I do care about because he did just cancel my attribute upgrades. So that's pretty annoying, I'm not going to lie. So we don't have the card draw speed no longer. We don't have the... I believe he took away our death buffs as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just wait the timer counts out a little bit here so I can bring in the Bardock. Yeah, so I don't have my card draw speed. It's very obvious. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. And then we're going to go ahead and switch in the Bardock here. And then he's going to go ahead and finish this off. And if you look in the top left, there's still like 124 timer counts left right now, right? So really good time. Nearly completing this. If this kills him right here, we're basically going to go ahead and be completing this like within like 40 or within like 55 timer counts, right? Look at that, 5.7 million. Okay. And then that should wrap it up. So 122 timer counts is what we completed it in. So just about 60 timer counts is what our what we finished it in. We only needed to so we had a lot of time to spare right there, right? Because our goal right there was to complete it within 100 timer counts, and you saw how easy that was. I just let the Goku die, got all the death buffs, and then I just let the damage just rain in, and it was just perfect. The only reason why I don't run double death buffs is because, as you can see, that Raditz can eliminate, or he can cancel your attribute upgrades, right? So you can cancel the little buffs that you get. So you have to be careful. That's why I like to bring two, because right there you saw that he did cancel Goku's buffs. So I was able to just swap into Bardock and go ahead and make up for that. Alrighty, for the final little bit of the video, we're going to go ahead and be doing stage 51. So this one is the one that usually gives people the most problems. This one's usually the one where it's very annoying, where it can be very difficult, where it can be very annoying. And there's a lot of different teams that you can go ahead and use for this. I tried using a future team where I used Rage Trunks, I used the Purple Zamasu, and I used Rose, and it still wasn't able to get the challenge done. So the challenge for this one is actually clear within 140 timer counts, and I think you do get a little bit more timer counts than on the other one. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that once we get into the match here. But for this, what I kind of like to do is, like, as of lately, within all these events, this has kind of been my go-to team for this. And then so we're going to go ahead and see how it matches up against this event right here. So what I usually like to do is use a yellow-blue setup, just because of the fact that this setup can be so free-to-play friendly, like you guys don't even know. So this Goku right here, the Zenkai 7 Goku, is free. Like I said, his event is currently on. Farm him if you haven't. This Kid Trunks just recently went away after the 2nd anniversary, right? So he was also free, and I hope you guys grinded him up, because he's fantastic as well. This future Gohan, he's on some Master Pack banners, so you guys should have him too. Or, I shouldn't say should, but there's a high possibility that you guys do have him, right? This hit, you don't necessarily need him. As long as you guys are just buffing up this Goku and this Trunks, you guys will be A-okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that in this video, or in the fight once we get into it right here, right? Like I said, there's other teams that you can definitely use if you have like some really strong red units, some really strong purple units, and really strong yellow units. Go ahead and bring them in. But what this team does, it just, the amount of damage that it can dish out is just absolutely ridiculous. It's just crazy. But one of the first teams that do come to mind when going against this team right here is, I can already tell because they are Saiyans. If you guys have a pretty stacked Lineage of Evil team, you guys are going to be able to mow through this pretty easily as well, right? Because most of the Lineage of Evil, the characters on there, they all have little buffs against Saiyans. And I can already tell you that that purple Cooler or the yellow Frieza is going to just demolish that Bardock. That transforming red Frieza will absolutely smash that Goku. And then the full power Frieza is going to just shred that Raditz too, right? So, like, if you have that team, feel free to use that team and let me know how that goes down below in the comments too. And tell me if you guys were able to, or just tell me what teams that you guys were able to use to complete all these challenges right here. So we're going to go ahead and hop into it with this. Alrighty, so I do like to start off with the Kid Goku here, because he starts off with the Raditz, right? So I kind of just want to do damage until he swaps into, like, Bardock or the other Goku. Then I swap into the Gohan, so that way he can just die immediately, because I immediately want to get that damage. And this is a scenario of me just kind of just farming up my Dragon Balls here. Right? Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and just let him die. Okay. And look at the damage. So these guys do hit hard, so you got to be really careful. Okay, so he's dead. Alright, typically though, you do want to make him use Vanish. I swapped into Goku there. That was weird. And then for this Bardock right here specifically, what I like to do is I like to Rising Rush him. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit it with the Rising Rush. Like I said, that may look a little risky, but you can feel free to drop combo against these AIs like all day. Like they won't be able to read it. They won't be able to detect it. I don't think they can guess you on this either. And so the reason why Bardock is the Rising Rush target is simply because of the fact that he is what's it called? He's green, right? So he poses a massive threat to my blue Trunks. So I want to get him out as quickly as possible. He becomes like really annoying if you don't take care of him quickly. And the big reason too that I like that future Gohan a lot in terms of death buffs, especially on this team, I think he's better, is because of the fact that he's able to just consistently like, or he gives like card draw speed on death, right? And this Goku already has that. So he's able to just absolutely just shred. And then this Trunks on the other hand too, he just shreds as well. Like, look at that. And this is what I was worried about. So this guy is going to go ahead and take away all my buffs. I absolutely hate... he's so annoying. Okay, so he went ahead and took away all my buffs right there. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and just do all this. Don't mind too much. Going to be able to heal up a little bit here and get some really good damage off here. If Bardock comes back in, I'm going to go ahead and just Rising Rush him. But other than him using that green card on me, things are going pretty smooth. Okay, gonna go ahead and just tap him out of that, and then just go for a strike. Perfect. Let's see, and look at this damage that we're doing. Look at that. So this, he should be dead here. Okay, so since he wants to bring in this guy right here, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring in my Trunks right here so I can restore some ki. This is where it's gonna get annoying. So he's gonna go ahead and transform here. I need to get my Goku back in before he can lock me, right? Because, like I said, this guy is one of the more annoying aspects of this. So kind of just, like I said, you want to farm for that. Perfect banish right there. I'm going to go ahead and just Rising Rush. Hopefully he doesn't swap. Okay. So let's see. And the reason why I just immediately go for the Rising Rush instead of just, because the more you attack him, the more like he's likely to try and switch and stuff, right? So we did end up starting this match off with 200 timer counts. The challenge is for 140, beat it within 140 timer counts, right? All right, so he's locked in here, but he locks me in, but he's also locked in here with me, right? So
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
So this is kind of ideal. He does have the sustained damage cut, which can be very annoying, but I don't mind it too much, because that also means that he's not going to switch out on me, right? Alright, but in this case and scenario, he does end up switching out on me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just do this because I want, what's it called? I want to be able to just start getting the timer counts down on my Goku there. Unfortunately, this is probably where my Trunks dies. Ooh, yeah. So he's definitely going to die from that. Okay. And so now I have to be really careful because I'm getting really close to that timer count, right? Okay. Let's see. And but this Goku is a really good last man standing unit, right? So we're barely about to finish this off. We have 67 counts, or 68 counts left on the board right there. So the challenge, like I was saying, the challenge is to do it within 140 timer counts. We're given 200. So you do the math. That's 60 timer counts that we're left with right there. So we did it within 68. So we had 8 seconds left to spare. Not exactly optimal, not exactly ideal, but it did the job, right? I got the job done, and the team itself is just it has that free-to-play friendly like demeanor, right? And that's what's most important to me, is that I don't want to just go in there with a busted team with like just a ridiculously overpowered team and be like, all right guys, just bring in this team and you guys just get to rock and roll. This team has a lot of really good friendly units that you're more likely to have than just the busted units, right? So I hope this helped. Leave a comment down below if you have any other questions, and that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Later.